chicken, jockey.
え、ちょっと待って。
Huh? Hang on.
どうしたんですか?
What's wrong?
カレーって言ったら普通牛肉じゃない?
That's not how you say that, Shiori. I think it's more like chicken jockey. Isn't curry usually made with beef?
そんなことはないと思いますけれど。
I don't agree with that. Wow. Why is there no game audio? Hello, Nesties. There's no game audio for the song. There it goes. Okay, I don't know what was up with that. You know, I went through the trouble of starting the recording in OBS and making sure I had it open, I had the game capture set up, I had the audio capture all working good, so that when I actually started this time, the music would actually be there and it wouldn't just be me starting in the middle. But no, I started the game and the audio wasn't being recorded in OBS, so that's cool. Anyway, welcome back to UsoNatsu. I just looked. I actually had a bit of trouble starting the game because I was looking on my desktop for it and I forgot I didn't create a shortcut for UsoNatsu. I had to launch it through Steam. I mean, they're all being launched through Steam, but I have to open Steam to find it. And it said that we finished Chapter 3 last time, so I think if we go here... Yes, I think we must still be in Chapter 4. We're right at the very end, because we definitely went past Chapter 3. But I think I'm gonna leave everything. Last time, in the last episode, Shiori and Kaoru and Riku all went out on another trip, another outing for the memory tour, except Riku didn't know it was the memory tour. I think we met Mide at one of the art museums that Shiori used to visit with her family, and then they went to go see like some Christmas lights or something. And Kaoru got lost and curled up in a ball and had like a panic attack, and Shiori found her and she was like, "Here's coffee." And it was very long and the chapter continued going and I just decided to stop. They were headed home and there was a nice CG, like the section ended, there was a new section starting and I just stopped it. Let's go here. Let's load the game. Yes, so the last time we recorded this was really? Whoa! The 6th of, or not the 6th, the 15th of June. It is currently July. I've spent most of my day playing Rise of the Beasts in Grand Blue Fantasy, and I've been suffering trying to get my Huanglong and Kilin anima because I think I have pretty much enough materials to uncap and I think max out all of the skills for the Cardinal Saints. I got Piju last time. I've maxed out Koku and I've unlocked Amy and the blue Harvey. I think she's a Harveen, the blue Harveen girl, the water girl. So I have the water girl and the wind girl, and I still need to get Earth girl and fire girl. I'm just missing some anima. I need 5 more Huanglong Omega and 10 more Kilin Omega. So not been fun. Not been fun. They only drop from one raid that nobody hosts, or they do it in co-op and the raids die instantly. Yay! Also, if you don't get MVP or host and you don't get the Omega Anima, you get the normal kind, and you need to trade those up. So I need 100 of the normal Killing ones. Yay! Or like 500 of the Black Talismans. Yay! Anyway, let's start this game. I just wanted to mention that. I always like to date these. It's fun seeing how time has progressed in between all of these. Chapter 4, Starry Night. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Shiori and I walked through Yokohama Station together. I think this actually might have started right after that CG. So I was expecting a night sky, did not see it. I might have saved right after that. So the only reason Riku isn't with us is because she had to transfer onto another line going a different way. Though before she left, we promised to make sure to include her on our next memory tour. So, Shiori stops and then opens her mouth. She begins to speak slowly and quietly.
今日も私の記憶の上書きに思い出の地巡りに付き合ってくださってありがとうございました。
Thank you so much for coming out with me today as I attempted to overwrite my memories on my tour.
なんかいろいろあった一日だったな。
It was definitely a day of surprises.
はい、橘さんの可愛らしいところも見られましたし。
Yes, and I got to see an adorable side of you I never saw before.
そっか、可愛い系もいけるか、私。
I never thought of myself as the cutesy type, but I guess I am.
自分で言ってしまうのはちょっと。
It spoils the effect when you say it about yourself.
しおりって意外と言うときは言うよね。
You always surprise me by saying the most unexpected things. I've calmed down enough that I can return to cracking jokes at my own expense. She's billing herself. Do you think she gets a tax write-off for the jokes? It also occurs to me that she deliberately went out of her way to only mention the things that happened after I bumped into Sensei. That makes me feel better. Better, I hardly know her. She seems to know exactly what I want to talk about.
それでさ、今日はどうだった？しおりとしてはできたの？目的達成。
So, how'd things go today? Were you able to accomplish your goal?
橘さんやリクと一緒にお出かけしたのはとても楽しくて、私の中で新しい思い出になったと思います。でも記憶の上書きはできなかったかもしれません。
I honestly had so much fun going out with you and Riku, and I definitely made some new memories because of it. But I don't think it's enough to replace the memories I've already had. I've already done a be serious, not that serious Riku joke. If I haven't done one, the next time it shows up, what I'm going to do is instead of pulling up a picture, I might have already done it. Instead of pulling up a picture of her voice actress, like I've done previously, I think I'm just gonna get a picture of Riku from Kingdom Hearts.
そっか。代わりというと
Oops.
変かもしれないんですけれど、今までできなかったことは一つできました。
Instead, and I know this might sound strange, but I'm finally able to do something that wasn't possible before.
お兄ちゃんとの家族との思い出はリクも含めてほとんど誰にも話したことはなかったんです。そのことは私にとって大きなことでした。
I don't think I've ever talked about the memories I have of my brother and my family with anyone, including Riku. So opening up was a big deal to me.
橘さんと最初にショッピングモールに行った時は当時の思い出をほとんど話すことはできませんでした。思い出すのが辛かったんです。出来事と一緒に感情も戻ってくるような感覚があって。
When we went to the mall the other day, just thinking about my memories was painful enough. Recounting them was out of the question. I think because I was remembering how I felt along with what happened. The pain she's referring to is probably directly tied to her mother's death. Both of my parents are still alive. As such, it's impossible for me to fully understand her pain. But I do understand that recalling the past isn't all fun and games.
家族でのお出かけは楽しい思い出でした。けれど昔を振り返らなかったことがずっと引っかかってて、お家に帰った後も胸の奥がチクチクして痛くって、展望台に入れなかったからかもって思ってたんですけど、今日違うって分かりました。
I remember those outings fondly, and yet my refusal to face my past was holding me back. When I got home last time, my heart ached. I thought it was because we couldn't visit the observation deck, but now I know that's not it. Her shirt kind of seems like it'd be kind of annoying to put on. It's got this little like cutout here, and like the buttons. I don't know. It just seems, I don't know. I mean, it probably wouldn't be that different. You just put your head through here and then it's just like a normal button-up shirt. I don't know, it just looks kind of weird. Oops.
橘さんとリクに話した後、思い出すのが辛くなくなったんです。まるでセピア色になったみたいに過去のことだよってわかるようになったんです。
After talking to you and Riku about my past, my memories became less painful. It was as if the feelings themselves had been drained of color through the act of recollection, making it easier for me to leave them in the past, staying where they belong, in my memories.
だから昔を振り返ること、話すことがお兄ちゃんを忘れるために必要だったのかもしれません。まだただの仮説でしかないんですけれど。
So maybe thinking about these memories and talking about them is necessary if I want to forget my brother. Well, that's just a theory. A game theory, for now, but I guess we'll see.
そっか。しおりの中で何か見つかったんならよかった。
I see. I'm glad that you found some inspiration inside of yourself.
立花さんのおかげです。私の話を聞きたいって言ってくれたから。それに立花さんが脆い姿も見せてくれたから、自分のことを話せたんだと思います。
It's all thanks to you, because you said you wanted to hear about what happened, and because I saw you crying, I found myself able to talk about it.
またその話。
We're back to that again? Bullying girls? Not cool, Shiori.
だって本当のことなんですもん。
I'm only speaking the truth. I have very mixed feelings about this. Yeah, just like that one, the game on the spot. Oh, I just watched that episode. I just watched that episode recently where I think it was I've Seen a Ball, the sports episode of On the Spot and Chill, when John was asking Jeremy what game they were gonna play next, and Jeremy was like, "The next game we're gonna play is some innuendo," and then it was mixed feelings, and they all laughed because it was the least of all of them. And yet, I can tell it sparked a positive change in Shiori from her demeanor and manner of speaking.
でもさ、私の方もお礼を言わなきゃ。
Demeanor, I hardly know
私を
her.
見つけてくれてありがとう。
Honestly, I should be thanking you as well. Thanks for finding me. You know what they say, you will be found. I say those simple words without thinking. I think Shiori is pretty strong. You know, like, have you seen her bench press? It's pretty wild. Running into Sensei so suddenly like that was so unsettling that I couldn't think straight or even use my equipped item, let alone try to do anything about my memories of her.
大切な人のことも
Oh,
過去にしなくちゃいけないって言ったんだ。
she like warped in. That was like a Shiori jump scare. And yet, she told me that sometimes even very special people in your life need to be left in the past. Staying where they belong, in our memories. When I think about that, my words ring false.
じゃ、また明日学校で。
I'll see you at school tomorrow.
また明日。
Yep, see you tomorrow. And thus, today's leg of the memory tour comes to an end. Ellipses. Ellipses, ellipses. Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. Or not.
あのさ、
So,
はい。
yes?
帰るんだよね。
You're heading back then?
はい。
Yep.
じゃあなんで私の手を握ってるの？
So, why are you holding my hand again?
わかりません。
I'm not actually sure. She grabbed my hand to stop me from running off. Her grip is weak enough that I could easily break free if I wanted. Yet, there's a part of me that wants the warmth from her hand to stay right where it is. Editor Neon, you know what to
帰
do.
りたくないって思ったら無意識にこうしてました。
I tend to grab onto people subconsciously when I don't actually want to go.
そっか。じゃあお店とか入ってもうちょっと話す？
Yeah? Then how about we go shopping and chat for a little longer?
あ、いえ、お父さんが帰ってくる前にはお家にいないといけないので、もう帰らないといけません。でもちょっとだけ次の電車が来るまでの間だけ。
No. I really need to go ASAP, Rocky, if I'm going to make it back before my dad gets home. Still, I could stay with you until the next train at least.
いいよ。
Okay, sounds good to me, and then I can go home with you, right? Sometimes you have such a fun day that you don't want it to end. Like after a concert or a festival. It's not exactly logical, but I wonder if that's how Shiori feels right now. We spend the next 3 minutes talking about nothing in particular. The footsteps of the crowd walking around us gradually fade away. Shiori lets go of my hand first. She relaxes her fingers one by one, as if wanting to hold on until the last minute.
そういえばさ、なんであの夜、私が先生に振られちゃった夜、あの公園にいたの？
By the way, what were you doing in that park the night Sensei dumped me? Were you stalking me? I can't help but ask. If she was stalking me, that'd be a pretty important piece of information to know. The question comes out before she can open her mouth to say goodbye. Maybe I'm intoxicated from the lively Sunday night atmosphere.
思い出の地巡りを始めたところだったんです。でもお話しした通り、一人じゃ全然ダメでした。
That was the day I decided to start my memory tour. But like I said earlier, going by myself wouldn't work.
そうなんだ。ほんと偶然だね。その日に会うなんてさ。
Oh, I was just looking in OBS, and the thing I have selected right now, the way my screen is positioned, the thing that shows me the width of the game capture is perfectly placed to where the number is covering up one of my eyes. And every time I look over, like, it looks weird, or every time I glance over, it looks weird, because it looks like my model's been messed up. I see. So us meeting like that was truly nothing more than a coincidence.
はい。あの日あの夜に、兄の命日にあの場所で、橘さんに会うなんて思いもしませんでしたから。
Yes, I never thought I'd run into you at that very place, on the night of the anniversary of my brother's death. It takes me a moment to process what she just said. Though the meaning behind the anniversary of my brother's death is pretty obvious, leaving nothing up to interpretation. You know what? Close enough. Welcome back, Shiori's brother. I'm shocked speechless, and yet Shiori continues as if nothing's wrong.
では、そろそろ行きますね。今度こそ、また明日。
Well then, I really have to get going. We should do this again. I'll see you tomorrow and trauma dump on you there too.
また明日。
Yep, see you tomorrow. I find myself parroting back her goodbye out of habit. I stand there, frozen in place, until Shiori vanishes into the crowd, just like a goat. A goat?
命日。
The anniversary of her brother's death. Should I do like a funky reverb every time she internally monologues? Like make my voice go like boom, like echoey? We'll see. Editor Neon? We'll see. Those words replay quietly in my head. Now that I think about it.
なのに、進路調査票が書けなかったんです。お兄ちゃんのようにお医者さんを目指して勉強しているので、それを書けばいいだけなのに。
And yet, I couldn't complete the survey. It'd be easy enough to write that I'm studying hard to become a doctor, just like my older brother.
お兄ちゃんのように勉強するのは嫌なことじゃないのに、進路調査表を書こうとしても、私の中の何かが拒否するんです。
It's not like I'm against becoming a doctor, but whenever I try to fill out the form, I just can't bring myself to write that down.
だから、今まで通りに兄になろうとするだけじゃダメだって思ったんです。
I think it's because there's a part of me that realizes I can't just follow in his footsteps forever. I guess now I know why she always talked about him in the past tense. It's a far more absolute separation than if he went to grad school, started working, or got married. I have no water. Rest in peace. I have so many follow-up questions. More than anything else, I want to know why she dropped such an incredibly significant statement so casually. But Shiori's already on her train. Shiori on the good train. What?
お兄ちゃんを忘れさせてください。
I need you to help me forget about my older brother. Please, Kadu. Minecraft is the only cure. The only thing I know for sure is that I see everything she's told me in a completely different light. After about 5 minutes, I finally start heading toward the platform I need to catch my own train from. The only thing she knows for real, there will be tears. We were like, I gotta stop doing this. We were like right at the end of chapter 4. That was it. I just got the achievement. How far have we been? We're 21 minutes in, and probably like, I don't know, at least 5 of those minutes were probably just me messing around with the start trying to get the game loaded. I don't know why I bother anymore. I wake up before my alarm is set to go off. I stretch my arms above my head, bathing in the light that slips through the gap in my curtains. The alarm's gonna go off? Alright, go off. Today's Monday. Sunday was full of surprises, but has come to an end, and a new day has begun. Even when a something, a
あ
yeah.
の日あの夜に
It's just that you've been something,
あの場所で
and just something. It is a new day. That's not the words. Yes, I never thought I'd run into you at the very blah blah blah. We already saw this. I have a question for Shiori, but it's not urgent. I figured I could sleep on it before bringing it up. She must have had her own reasons for confiding in me so matter-of-factly back then. And I'm sure that if there's more she wants to say, she'll do so when the time is right, like when she opened about her mom. I feel like they should have written opened up. Okay, whatever. Because the weight of her tone can't possibly match the strength of her feelings.
思い出の地巡りのその先。しおりが何を考えてるのか考え
It's
てないの
Mocha
か
the cow.
なんもわかんないんだよ
Mocha
ね
the cow.
まだ
Mocow.
いいやもう起きようっと
Aside from the memory tour itself, I still don't know exactly what she might be thinking about. Not yet, at least. Well, whatever. Time to get up. So many memories. There's no space between the chapter and the number 5. Did you see that? It was just chapter 5. There was no space. 7:51 a.m. 6:19. When I arrive at the school, something unusual immediately catches my eye.
南さん、今週の放課後どっか空いてる？
I don't remember any of the male student voices from the first thing, but I'm gonna do this guy dirty. Are you free after school today?
カラオケ行こうと思ってるんだけど。
Oh, there's more of
行かない？
them. We were thinking of going out to karaoke. Wanna tag along? To be fair, it's probably not all that unusual. Maybe it happens all the time. However, until now, Shiori and I were never more than classmates, so I just never paid attention. 2 boys I don't know are standing by Shiori's desk, which is close to the classroom door. Moreover, I don't even think they're in our class, but several rooms over.
とりあえず連絡先を教えてよ。
Give us your contact details, your mother's maiden name, the name of your first pet, and the street you grew up on, and we'll keep in touch.
あのその
I don't know. Aren't those usually security questions to reset your passwords?
他に女子も誘う予定だし来なよ。もうすぐ期末1週間前になっちゃうし、今のうちにさ。
Don't worry about it. But if you could give us your social security number, that'd also be great. Also, your birthday.
What other things do they usually ask? I don't know. Other security questions.
There's gonna be other girls there, so come on. It's practically the week before finals. We know what you are.
おはよ
What?
うみなぎさん
Morning, Minagi-san. I find myself moving before I realize what I'm doing.
みなぎさんの予定私が予約してるんだ
She's already got plans with me. We're gonna go hold hands.
立花。
Ugh, it's Tachibana. She's such a girl boss.
あれ私に告白してきた子じゃん次はしおりちょっと早くない
It is the same guy. I'm pretty sure that's the same voice because I remember I remember when he did the confession that I was gonna do him dirty. Huh? Well, if it isn't the guy who poured his heart out to me, is Shiori your next target? Aren't you moving kind of fast? Although I kind of get it. I'd stick my gat out for the. Oh wait, no, that was the cow wrestler.
いやそれは
That's not what this is about, and I'd still stick my gat out for the cow wrestler.
そっか、なかったことになったんだった。
I see. After all, that never happened, right?
それ聞いてねえぞ。お前な。
I don't have time for this. Not from you. We'll have to try our phishing scam on somebody else.
ごめんみなぎさん立花。じゃそろそろ授業始まるしこれで。
Sorry, Minagi-san, Tachibana. We gotta go. Class is starting soon, and we still haven't been to the pro bass shop.
二人で押しかけてごめん。じゃあ、俺も自分の教室戻るから。
Sorry for bothering you. I gotta head back to my own classroom as well. I forgot my issue of Field and Stream. What the heck was that all about? More importantly, I'm kind of worried about Shiori. Those guys clearly freaked her out. She didn't seem annoyed at the invitation itself, or like she was in a rush to end their conversation, but...
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
しおりって男子苦手？
Do you not like boys, Shiori? Are you a girl kisser? I whisper, making sure no one else can hear me. Seeing her forced into that interaction made me realize I don't think I've ever seen her ever talk to a boy. I didn't think she was a pick-me girl, but I didn't think... Oh, I don't know where I'm going with this. I missed my chance. The easier joke to make would have been some reference about not wanting to out her.
普通に話すくらいなら大丈夫なんですが、さっきみたいに見下ろされるのが苦手なんです。
I'm usually fine just talking with them in normal conversation, but I'm not great at being confronted like that and looked down on, since, you know, I was sitting down and I'm also really short. Shiori is about 10 centimeters shorter than me, so when I say we don't see eye to eye, I mean it literally. See, she's short. She's probably, Kaldu's probably tall too. So it must have been pretty scary having a couple boys towering over her. They could have at least sat down if they wanted to talk, even if they weren't gonna out her. What? From what I can tell, all the boys in our class are pretty well behaved, but clearly that's not the case for the other classes.
次からさ、何かあったら私のこと呼んでいいよ。私、男子苦手とかないからさ。気軽に。
Interesting. Next time anything like that happens, just call. I don't have a problem talking with boys, no matter how rude, and I am a girl kisser.
しおりが困ってたら駆けつけるからさ。
If you're in trouble, I'll come running.
昨日も助けてもらったし。ってどうしたの？
You helped me yesterday, right? Hey, what's wrong?
いえ、何でもありません。
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Oh my god, she said she's a girl kisser.
そっか。まあいつもはリクが一緒って。今日は遅刻？
Okay. Oh, by the way, where's Riku? She running late or something? Forgot her keyblade?
遅刻じゃねえよ。朝練だよ。で、しおりに何かあったのか？
I wasn't running late. I was at morning practice. Wait, Shiori, what happened?
そんな大げさなことじゃないから。
Oh, nothing important. I just found out that Kadu kisses girls.
本当に大丈夫だよ。立花さんが助けてくれたの。
I'm really okay. Tachibana-san saved me.
カオルがやっぱ大変だったんじゃ。
Kadu did? Whatever it was must have been really bad. Also, she kisses girls? Wouldn't have known.
いや、リクが大ごとにしてるよ、むしろ。
You know what I should do? I'm thinking about it. And like awesome lesbian couple. Awkward and intimidating Riku. It's perfect. They write themselves. You're the one making a big deal out of it. I proceed to explain to her what just happened. I'm not saying what those I'm not saying what those I'm not saying what those boys did was okay, but it was a pretty minor incident overall. I don't know what happened. I just thought it was I don't know. Still, I probably should have watched my tone, my attitude, and my position in that entire altercation more than I did. Once she finishes listening, she responds with exasperation.
たく、次からしおりに話すときには私を通してもらおうかな。
Good grief, next time they want to talk to Shiori, they'll have to go through me.
気持ちは嬉しいけど、そこまでしなくて大丈夫だよ。ちょっと苦手なだけだから。ね。
I appreciate the gesture, but there's really no need. Though I admit I am kind of bad at talking to boys. That she doesn't feel comfortable around boys despite having an older brother is, well, not that strange, I guess. But it does make me wonder about a few things, like if she's a lesbian. Not that this is the right time to bring any of those questions up. Like I said, I don't want to out her. They rate themselves. That's good and all, but don't force yourself into a situation you can't handle. I'm gonna take a screenshot here because, oh no! Did somebody blink? Did somebody blink in the screenshot I just took? No, they all have their eyes open. But I am gonna take another screenshot. None of you blink. No! Did she blink? Her eyes are completely shut. No, it's not what I want. Your eyes need to be open. Smile, say cheese. Okay, I think we got it. Say cheese and die.
橘さんもいるしね。
Okay, and I have Tachibana-san too.
私もいるからな。
Stop leaving me out. With that settled, I head to my seat by the window, as one does as the protagonist. I'm so preoccupied with thoughts of Shiori that I can't focus on class at all. Not that I was ever able to focus on class to begin with. They're both girl kissers. Riku might be a girl kisser too.
そういえばさ、進路調査表、昨日書けるかもって言ってたけど、どうだった？
By the way, you mentioned you might finally be able to fill out that questionnaire. So, did you? Also, Neon's gonna open up the settings so we can look at the list of characters because he has something to say. So, I was gonna say that I think at this point we can confirm that every character, except for maybe the teacher, is a certified girl kisser. Mide kisses girls, Shiori kisses girls, Kaudu kisses girls. I'm gonna assume Riku kisses girls. Kaudu's dad kisses girls, like his wife and her. The wife kisses girls, like her daughter Kaudu. And I assume that the Shiori's dad also kissed girls. And others, who knows? Maybe Mocha's a girl kisser, who knows? So I think at this point the only person we can say we really don't have enough information about is the teacher. By the way, I already read this. It's lunchtime and we're eating together in our usual spot in the courtyard. Everyone has bentos. Bentos? Riku pipes up with that question out of the... what? Oh, Riku pipes up with that question out of the blue mid-conversation.
私も気になるな。
I want to know too.
昨日は書けなかったんだ。今朝とか合間の休み時間とかも考えてみたんだけど、まだ書けなかった。
I couldn't write anything yesterday. I tried to think about it this morning and during our breaks between classes, but still nothing. I'm such a girl failure. Teehee, pedo. What?
そっか。でもさ、まだ期限は大丈夫なんだろう。思い出の地巡りはまだ全然途中だろうし、続けてみれば変わることもあるんじゃないか。
I see, but there's still time until the deadline, right? Your memory tour isn't finished yet, and there's still a chance the situation will change as things progress.
ありがとう、リク。そうしてみる。今日もまだ考えてみようとは思ってるんだけどね。
Thanks, Riku. I might give it a try. I'm still figuring out where I want to go next.
いいと思うぜ。でさ、昨日の夜やってた番組でさ。
Sounds like a great idea to me. So anyways, I saw this TV show last night. It's called Westworld, and you would not believe... She immediately changes the topic to something more fun. Oh, had I known she would said that, I would have, said, a true crime thing. She's saying that she still can't fill out the questionnaire, despite saying earlier that she knew exactly what she had to write. So where does that leave me? Worrying about it is going to make my lunch taste progressively worse, so I decide to join in on Riku's TV show conversation. The price is right. I'm Regis Philman. I'm Regal Philman, and you are incorrect. I know it's not Price is Right. I spent the rest of our lunch break with Yuri and Riku like usual. I don't know who the new host of Price is Right is. I managed to successfully fight off my post-lunch drowsiness all through 5th period. When I head into the hallway during a break for a breath of fresh air, Riku calls me by my name.
なあ、カオル。ちょっといいか。
Kadu, can you, come here for a sec? I have a pretty good idea of what she's going to ask me. The same stuff came up yesterday at the train station while we were waiting for Shiori. The story of my failed romance. Wait, hold on. I just realized I don't know the song well enough to do something. Oh, it's not capturing. Rest in peace. Well, Editor Neon, this is the part where you play bad romance. Along with more information on Shiori's memory tour, she doesn't really know anything about what brought Shiori and me together in the first place. So she probably wants to talk to me about everything after school. Oh look, it's a Neo reference, 2B and A1.
今日は部活ないの?
Why don't we go over to the deer place just outside the station? You don't have practice today, right? Did she say... Deer? And I wonder why these videos are so long.
2個ぐらい会話を飛ばしてねえか。
I feel like we skipped a couple of steps.
でもそういうことでしょ?
You want to talk to me, right?
まあ、そうだよ。カオルにはいろいろ聞きたいことがあるからさ。
Well, yeah, I do have a bunch of questions I want to ask you. Oh, I should have gone back. I should have gone back and gotten a screenshot of going to the deer place. I should have gotten a screenshot of that because...
じゃ、駅前のデアデア行こっか。
Perfect!
今日は部活ないの?
Amazing game. This is honestly peak. Honestly peak. Okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot of this and I'm going to put antlers on them.
2個ぐらい会話を飛ばしてね。
でもそういうことでしょ?
まあ、そうだよ。
じゃあ放課後。
Great. Let's meet after school. By the deer place, I mean this fast food chain called Diana Deer that operates mainly out of Kanagawa Prefecture. It's a popular hangout spot for all middle and high school students around here, not just us Aonami kids. Though this specific location outside the station is mostly populated by students from our school. It's pretty noisy, making it an ideal spot to talk about sensitive subjects, since no one will overhear. My brief conversation with Riku is enough to wake me up, to the point where I find myself spending all of 6th period in a state of restlessness. Whoa, 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 caught in a bad romance. Whoa, 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 whoa. Riku and I meet up at the entrance to the school once classes are finished, before heading over to the infamous Diana Deer. The name's Deer, Diana Deer. Oh my god, donuts! Is she Aoi Asahina? I'm surprised by Riku's unexpected reaction as soon as we entered the store. It seems like their revamped menu now includes donuts now. Hang on, I gotta get some donuts. Huh? Oh, sure. By the way, what happened to your accent? You should have some too. Think you can handle 3?
いや1個でいいけど。
1 is more than enough for me. And seriously, what's going on with your accent? No need to hold back. Here. She completely ignores my assertion and my questions about her accent that I will in fact not be eating 3 donuts, instead heading directly to the counter. Counter, I hardly know her. This is the first time I've ever seen someone go wild over donuts. Now that I think about it, I've seen her buy mini donuts from the vending machine at school, but I didn't realize she liked them this much. I managed to scope out an empty table despite how busy it is and wait for Riku's return. The store is packed with middle and high school students on their way home from school, making it just as noisy as I expected. Hey, I'm back! Riku arrives with a stack of donuts and her normal accent. I make a point not to go near them, but she hands me a basket with 2 donuts inside anyway, along with a nice coffee. Decidedly not a nice coffee. I take a small bite and confirm that it's undeniably good, but I don't want to waste too much time on donuts when we have something to talk about. I mean, I'm just gonna have to disagree with you there, Kadu. I'll be honest. Like, I know you're not a self-insert protagonist, but I'll be honest, I'm really feeling unimmersed. Like, I'm totally on Riku on this part, right? Like, who doesn't like a good donut?
ちょうど今日が空いててよかったね。
Oh, they actually do have different... That's so funny. They actually do have different... there's her iced coffee and there's her 2 donuts. This looks kind of more like a crawler. Actually, I don't know what this looks... It's like morphing. That's kind of weird. I'm glad everything lined up so well today.
そうだな。私の部活がたまたま休みだったし、しおりは塾の日だし。
Yeah, not only is my club taking a day off from practice, but Shiori's busy with cram school. It's almost like the plot necessitated that this would happen.
しおりのお家厳しいんだね。
Her dad sounds pretty strict.
そうかもな。
Yeah, I guess so. Her sudden inability to look at me in the eye speaks volumes. Though now that I know about both her both her mother and brother are dead, I kind of understand why. And from the way she talks about her family, I'm pretty sure he hasn't remarried.
まあでも月金の週2日らしいから、そんなもんなのかなって気もするけどな。
Though, from what I've heard, she only goes on Mondays and Fridays, so it's not that bad.
確かに来年高3だしね。
Yeah, and we'll be seniors next year.
カオルも塾行ってるのか？
You go to cram school too, Kadu?
行ってないよ。そもそも進路も決まってないし。
No, I don't. I'm still not even sure I want to go to college.
じゃあ何の確かにだったんだよ。
You should probably figure that out first then.
ほら、一般論。
I don't remember asking for your opinion.
なあ。
Well, you got it. After some chit-chat, Riku's ready to get down to business to learn about Shiori. I can tell by the sudden serious look in her eyes. Riku, be serious. Not that serious. Come to think of it, it's kind of refreshing and fun getting to talk to Riku alone like this.
しおりと会った日のこと、カオルが失恋した日のこと教えてくれねえか？
Can you tell me about the day you bumped into Shiori? The day you, got dumped or whatever. I nodded in response from her question. There's honestly not much to it, so I decided to start from June 9th.
お兄ちゃんを忘れさせてください。
Oh, she's warped. I like how she fades in. The events transpired only 10 days ago, and yet it feels so much longer than that. Yeah, because in real time it's been like 3 months. To be fair, a lot has happened since then, and the experience of getting dumped itself turned my whole life upside down. I'm not exaggerating. I might even have to go to Bel Air.
ありがとう。しおりのことを思って付き合ってくれてんだもんな。
Thank you. I can tell you're spending time with Shiori because you care about her, and not just because you're a girl kisser.
なんでリクがお礼を言うの？
Why are you thanking me? And how'd you know I was a girl kisser?
それはいいだろ別に。私はしおりの友達なんだからさ。
Look, it doesn't matter. It's just that I'm her friend.
それにしおりがお兄さんの影にとらわれてる。すがってるってのは私もずっと思ってたことなんだ。依存っぽいっていうかさ。その
And I know she feels trapped in her brother's shadow. She's been clinging to his memory since as long as I can remember. It's almost like an addiction.
亡くなってるっていうのはしおりから聞いた。今はいいよ、それ以上。聞くならしおりが話したい時まで待つからさ。
You know what? She really reminds me. I was just thinking about this because I was looking at some of the old collabs in Grand Blue. She really reminds me of Kadu. She really reminds me of Anastasia from Cinderella Girls. Similar hairstyle. Not really, but kind of similar. Similar eye color. Although I think Kadu's is more of like a gray kind of color, as opposed to like being kind of blue. I heard from Shiori that he died. I don't need to know anything else for now. I'm happy to wait until she's ready to tell me more.
ああ、そうだな。わかった。言いたいのはさ、カオルと会ってからしおりは変わってきたってことなんだよ。多分いい方に。
Yeah, I get it. I really do. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Shiori's changed ever since she met you. For the better, in my opinion.
そっか。
You think so? I don't know anything about their past, specifically the time they spent together in middle school or anything leading up to that fateful day in Yokohama. I've only recently become a part of Shiori's life, and yet I can still sense the same change that Riku's picked up on.
でさ、もう一個、下月先生って人のことも聞いてもいいか？
Well, one more thing. Can I ask about this teacher of yours?
話しにくいだろうし、話したくなかったらいいんだ。でもさ、しおりってあの性格だろ？だからしおりが興味を持つってよっぽどだと思うんだよ。だからさ。
I know it's still fresh in your mind, so if you don't want to talk about it, I understand. And I understand that the text just changed because we needed to fit more text into this one dialogue box. But does Shiori have like a similar personality to her? I'm just wondering if maybe that's the reason why you were so suddenly interested in being your friend, you know? Like, and if they do have similar personalities, do you think like she'd be open with maybe like, I don't know, dating me or something like that?
リクってことを大げさにする癖があるよね。もともと話すつもりだったから落ち着いて。
You always read too much into stuff. I'll explain everything, so calm down and stop being such a thirst responder.
あ、ごめん。ありがとな。
Sorry about that, but thanks. I proceed to tell Riku exactly what I told Shiori the other day. Running away from home in middle school, hiding out at her house, the very first time I confessed my feelings to her. Her decision to quit her position, and my decision to transfer to a different school, which is how I ended up at Alba High School. I don't think I've taken a picture of this, maybe I have. How I'd followed the no contact rule we'd agreed on while in middle school, but became less strict about doing so once I entered high school, leading to our eventual reunion. I feel a lot better now, meaning I've been able to be far more objective compared to when I originally talked to Shiori about it.
だいたいこんな感じ。リクにはなんか話しがいがあるね。
And that's basically what happened. Honestly, I'm kinda glad I talked to you about this.
はあ、なんでだよ。
Huh? Why is that?
しおりはずっと真剣な表情で話を聞いてて、それはそれでありがたいんだけどさ。リクは表情がコロコロ変わるから見てて楽しい。
Shiori listens to everything I say so seriously, and while I'm really grateful for that, I also really enjoy watching your face constantly shift from one expression to the next.
おい、私はおもちゃじゃねえぞ。
Hey, I'm not your toy, but I could be.
ああ、リクのおもちゃなら欲しいかも。
I'd really love a toy version of you I could carry around.
くだんねえことで話そらすなって。でさ、カオルの家出の原因、家族との喧嘩って何だったんだ？
Don't try and change the subject that you could wrap me around your finger. Why did you run away from home anyway? Do you have a fight with your parents?
それは言いたくないかな。
I don't really want to talk about it.
ごめん、そうだよな。そんな気軽に聞いていいもんじゃないよな。流れでつい言っちまった。すまん。
Sorry. I guess that's not something I can just ask about, huh? I got carried away. My bad. Oh my god, Riku, you can't just ask people why they fought with their parents. Bullying girls. Not cool, Riku. Riku doesn't press the matter. She's clearly the type of person who'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. I can tell she's concerned for my well-being, but from my perspective, it's bordering on excessive. I pick up the second donut, thinking how my life is just as hollow as its missing center.
待ってる人もいるみたいだし、そろそろ出よっか。
I think there's people waiting to sit, so we should probably go.
あ、そうしよっか。
Oh, okay then.
ドーナツもう全部食べたんだね。さすが運動部。
I can't believe you ate all those donuts. Guess you've got an athlete's metabolism.
ドーナツは別腹だからな。
Donuts go in the dessert stomach. It's basic anatomy.
何と別なの？
I'm sorry, the what stomach? After returning our tray and baskets, we head toward the exit. As we pass by the counter, I catch a whiff of the sweet smell of donuts frying. Just hear those donuts frying. I don't know. The city. That's always I think that's my favorite title card for any of these. The
ドーナ
city.
ツ2個も食べたからお腹いっぱいだ。ちょっと歩こうかな。
I'm stuffed after just 2 donuts. Want to go for a stroll? I murmur quietly as we step outside. I assume Riku might have something to say in response, but the look she gives me is unreadable. The light changes, and after making sure we're alone, Riku opens her mouth.
なあ、実はもう一個聞きたいことがあったんだ。
Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to ask you.
何？
What's that? Riku suggests we go somewhere with fewer people around. I know right away whatever she's going to ask me about isn't about donuts. After walking around the corner of a nearby building and stepping into an alleyway, she opens her mouth once more.
この質問も答えたくないなら無視してほしいんだけど、そのさ、下月さんとのことに関連して、やっぱ
If you don't want to answer this question either, it's fine. It's about Miss Shimotsuki again. Well, actually, maybe I shouldn't.
私の恋愛対象のこと？
Is this about my sexuality?
うん。カオルってさ、女子が好きなのか？
Yeah. Are you like a lesbian, Kaoru? Riku seems to calm down slightly after hearing me broach the subject first. I take a deep breath before answering.
わかんないや。
I'm not sure. Which is the truth?
私が恋したのが先生で、先生が女の人だったってだけ。 他に好きになった人っていないし、考えたことはないわけじゃないけど、自分がどうかって決めたことはない。
It was more like I fell in love with my teacher, who happened to be a woman. There's no one else I've liked in the same way. Thinking about it, I can't say for sure if I am or if I'm not. She really is Takako. Pretty weird, huh? Look, it's perfect. She's the tall, energetic... She's not really sporty, but she's the tall, like, energetic girl, right? Who's, like, fun and exciting, sort of. And Shiori's, like, the shorter girl with the long dark hair and the flat bangs, and she reads books, just like Sachiko. Boom. Close enough. Welcome back, Seabed.
全然そんなことない。
Not at all.
相手が男だからとか女だからとかで気持ちは変わらないと思う。ありがとな、答えてくれて。
Whether you're in love with a man or a woman, I think the feelings themselves are the same. But like, also, thank you for answering. Oh, well, I guess my thing earlier about evil, not really evil, but awkward, intimidating Riku. Well, actually, it probably still could work. Instead of the evil, intimidating horse, it's like, the awkward, closeted Riku or something. I don't know. I stopped myself from asking Riku if my sexuality is really interesting enough to ask about. From what I've learned about her so far, I already know the answer. It would be pretty mean of me to use her questions against her. Bullying girls?
私は
Not cool, Kaoru.
まだ好きだよ、先生のこと。だからリクが心配していることは起こらないよ。
I still love her. Sensei, I mean. So you don't have to worry about me making a move. I know what Riku's worried about. That I might fall in love with Shiori in a romantic sense. At the same time, her question regarding my sexuality has convinced me of something. The feelings Inohara Riku hold for Miyagi Shiori go beyond mere friendship. Our friendship goes beyond your average kind of bond. And it's because they're gay. Yes, it's because they're gay. They're close, and it's that way. The only girls that they love are each other. They're both girl kissers. Riku might be a girl kisser too.
わかんないんじゃねえか、それ。しおりはさ、カオルと出会って変わり始めてる。
I think taking like these long breaks between recording these is a really good idea, because I'm always so like I don't know. There's like no burnout at all. It's only been 8 minutes since I last looked at the recording time. It feels like it's been way longer. You really don't get it, do you? Shiori began changing from the moment she met you. You're always changing her world in its entirety. What?
しおりが前からどう変わったのかはわかんないけど、とにかくさ、私にとってはそんな簡単じゃないよ、失恋って。
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's different about her, since I didn't know her before. But at any rate, getting over heartbreak isn't that easy for me.
そもそもさ、二人同時に好きになるなんて絶対ダメ。ありえない。
For starters, it's impossible for two people to fall in love with each other at the exact same time. I decide to end our conversation there. We'd exit the alleyway before heading to the station. I'm gonna call her Kaoru W. Bush. As we walk down the stairs into the subway station, Riku suddenly speaks up. It's because she's the decider, if you didn't get it.
私の気持ち、今日で多分カオルにはバレちまったかもな。
I guess you've like probably figured out how I feel, huh?
多分じゃないよ。っていうか、中華街で会った時から可能性感じてたし。
More than probably. I already suspected when you ran into you the other night in Chinatown. I knew what you were. Well, maybe I should change it. Maybe I need to swap it around. Maybe it's not awesome lesbian couple, awkward closeted Riku. Maybe it's awesome bestie roommates, unsociable and awkward Kaoru. I don't know. I don't know. Who's home wrecking who? None of them, because none of them were in a relationship.
マジかよ、そうなのか？
What? Huh? No way. Like, seriously? Look, all I'm saying is, like, I want things to stay the same from tomorrow on. Like, don't tell everyone I'm a girl kisser.
大げさ。元からそのつもりだったよ。
Stop freaking out. I was never planning on doing anything differently, although I might flirt with you in the future just to tease you.
ありがとう。頼む。
Thanks. Like, seriously, I appreciate it. Not the flirting part, though. We walk slowly through the underground station, surrounded by dazzling fluorescent lights and LEDs. I did not, I'll be honest, I gotta... Oh, Kaudu's room. I did not play this. I did not know that they were actually going to talk about whether or not they were gay. I did not, that was not something that I knew about. It just seemed, I don't know. I just felt like maybe it was time, because I feel like we're really getting into the meat of the game. And they have to talk about it at some point, right? That evening, I spend some time with my parents, eat dinner, and then go to bed. I lie there idly, watching random videos and playing games on my phone. Oh, Ryu CG.
ガチャ引きたい。
I want to roll the gacha, but I don't have enough to save for a spark, and I really gotta get Grand Percival. It's almost midnight. Last time I played this game, I quit when it got too hard to advance further without paying real money. Rolling restlessly in bed, I think back to the conversation I had with Riku earlier, while I debate whether or not I should try to get the limited summer characters. Especially the part about my family. I haven't gone into detail with either Riku or Shiori about what exactly transpired that led to me running away from home. I have a feeling the real reason why I refuse to push Shiori to talk about her home situation is because it's a topic that I don't like to talk about, or be asked about myself. As I put my feelings into words, the pieces start to fall into place. I like how the text will suddenly just like change when they need to like fit more, like they don't want to make like a separate text box, they'll just like cram it all in there. I think that's really funny.
10連くらいなら課金してもいいかな。全部忘れられるし、ガチャ引いてる間。
Hold on. I'm pasting this into the group chat. I'm doing this live in this recording. There we go. I can afford the 10 roll, right? Gotcha will help me forget about everything. Where's my mouse? There. Oops, that's the menu. My mind turns to Riku as well. I had a feeling Riku, like Shiori, is more than a friend, and it looks like I was right. Turns out, I've got some award-winning gaydar. If she just wanted to be friends with Shiori, then there'd be no reason to ask about my own sexuality so directly.
わかんないな。あ、SSR 来た。これでもうちょい進める。
Okay, I gotta send this as a follow-up now. I just don't know. Oh, I pulled an SSR. I should be able to keep going with this. Pogger, she got Grand Percival. She's such a Chad. She's such a Chad. Chadru. Chadru. Tachi, wait. Cow Rizzler, Tachibana. Can I fit Chad into Tachibana? Tachadbana. Cow Rizzler, Tachadbana. Deciding now is not the time to deal with my emotional turmoil, I decide to go back to my game and repeat my funny joke. Cow Rizzler, Tachadbana. Tachadbana. Sticking out your gap for Cow Rizzler. It's lunchtime the next day, which is Tuesday, if you weren't keeping track. Lately, I've been spending every lunch period with Shiori and Riku.
カオル、今日はお昼買ってるんだな。
You're buying lunch today, Karu?
朝寝坊しちゃって。
Yeah, I accidentally slipped in, so I didn't have time to make anything.
立花さんはいつも お弁当を自分で作っていますものね。夜中まで勉強していたんですか？
You always make your own lunch, Tachibana-san. Were you up late last night studying?
してたと思う？
Are you asking me that seriously?
いいえ、していないと思って聞きました。
No, I asked because I don't think you did.
ひどいな。で、何してたんだ？
Wow, harsh. So, like, what were you doing anyway?
ゲーム。
Playing a game. Sure, Pog. They both seem surprised by my answer. I'm not a big gamer, so I can understand why they're taken aback. They both seem familiar with the game, so I send them invitation codes. I explain how I'll get a special reward if they redeem the code and start playing. Is she playing Raid Shadow Legends? The hit mobile game Raid Shadow Legends, available on the App Store and Google Play Store?
みんなでゲームすんのも面白いかもな。まあ、来週から試験1週間前なんだけどさ。
It might be fun to play together, though we do have exams next week.
部活休みになるんだよね。時間あるじゃん。
Which means you don't have to practice this week, right? So you have time.
勉強すんだよ。
To study, not to play games. I'm not a slacker like you, Tachibana.
リクのお弁当も美味しそう。そぼろご飯？
Excuse me. Your lunch looks really good, Riku. Is that Oboro rice? Does it come with an armored lance? Or whatever, I have no idea. It's a bad joke.
まあ、私はママに作ってもらってるから不満とかはねえよ。美味しいしな。
Leftovers from last night's dinner. My mom made it for me, so I can't complain. It's pretty good.
ドーナツじゃないんだ。
Not donuts, though. I think she's supposed to say, no donuts, though.
いや、ドーナツは主食にならねえだろう。
Come on, Tachibana. You can't eat donuts as a main meal.
そういう常識はあるんだ。
Well, yeah, that's just common sense. After seeing her reaction to those donuts yesterday at Diana Deer, I'm almost surprised she's aware of that. She's got an athlete-sized lunchbox, noticeably larger than mine, and Shiori's lunchbox is one step up from Riku's.
しおりのお弁当は、あ、エビフライだね。
What do you have, Shiori? Oh, fried shrimp. It's Premium Friday.
昨日新鮮なエビがスーパーに売っていたので買ってみました。
Yep, shrimp was on sale at the grocery store yesterday, so I got some.
私めんどくさがりだから揚げ物はめったにやらないんだ。美味しそう。
I rarely fry things since it's such a pain in the butt, but it looks good.
もしかして一口欲しいんですか？立花さんのお弁当の唐揚げと交換ならいいですよ。
Clearly, you don't own an air fryer. Do you want a bite? I'd trade you a shrimp for a piece of that fried chicken.
本当？じゃあちょうだい。
Riku's faces really are good. She was right about that. She's got some great expressions. Really? Yes, please.
はい、どうぞ。
Here, open up. She picks up a piece of fried shrimp from her lunchbox before bringing it over my mouth. Now, I do have to say, I need to get this
はい、どうぞ。
scandalized image of Riku. I know she wants me to eat it straight from her chopsticks, but I can practically feel the weight of Riku's gaze. Stare. Stare. I lift up my lunchbox and Shuri ends up placing the shrimp on top of my rice. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
あれ？リクも食べたい？じゃあリクは何と交換する？
I just got it. We can... Another one. Trade offer. Trade offer Shiori. Huh? Do you want some too, Riku? What can you trade me?
どうしよう。食べ終わっちゃったけど。
Huh? Oh gosh, I already ate my entire lunch.
私一本もらっちゃったし、半分あげるよ。
Here, let me give you half of my piece. She sounds pretty happy. In light of our conversation yesterday, I don't think that's just because she's hungry. Shiori shrimp has none of the usual greasiness of fried food. It's thick, soft, and the seasoned panko crust makes it sweet yet savory, the perfect addition to any bento.
おいしいね。そういえば、
What was the...
しおりのお弁当のおかずもらったの初めてだったね。
I don't know the series well enough, so I don't know any of the season subtitles. Whoa, what's going on? Is that like... Whoa! Whoa! Hold on. Is that just an OBS? Or am I like... No, I'm like lagging. That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna turn the OBS preview off. I don't know why I'm lagging. I shouldn't be lagging. Also, I just realized the UsoNatsu like icon, like the game icon, is just like a close-up of Kaldu's face. That's really funny. And this is so good. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've got to try your cooking.
だろしおりって料理上手なんだよ。
Same, you're such a good cook, Shiori. Who let her
この
cook?
クオリティを毎日維持するの大変じゃない？
Isn't it hard to meet such high standards every day?
父のお弁当も一緒に作っていますし、もう慣れちゃいました。
I make my dad's lunch at the same time. I've long since gotten used to it.
そっか、お父さんの。
Okay. I see. You're the lunch maker in your household. From what she's told me, it sounds like her dad often works late and tends to go out of town over the weekend on business trips. He's probably too busy to take care of general household tasks, meaning Shiori picks up the slack, which includes making everyone's lunch. And on top of that, she also attends cram school and maintains stellar grades. Meanwhile, I'm over here wasting time and money on phone games.
料理といえば、明日は調理実習ですね。その話をするのを忘れていました。
Speaking of which, we have cooking class tomorrow. I forgot to mention it earlier.
ああ、もう明日か。食材の分担どうしよっか。
Oh no, it's tomorrow? How should we decide who brings what?
明日？
Wait, what's this about tomorrow?
明日調理実習の授業で私たちは同じ班になってるんですよ。基本的な調味料以外の食材は生徒が各自で用意することになってるんです。
We're all gonna be in the same group for a cooking lesson. Aside from basic seasonings, students are expected to bring their own ingredients.
へえ、そうなんだ。
Oh, I had no idea.
おいおい、話聞いてなかったのかよ。寝てたんじゃねえか？
Weren't you listening to a word I just said? You fell asleep or something? Guy Fieri's gonna be there. We're gonna go to Flavor Town.
可能性はある。メニューは何なの？
Maybe. So, what are we cooking?
カレーです。
Kaldu, we need to cook.
そっか。調理実習って言うけど、しおりとか私とかカレーくらいの料理なら普通にできるし、いらなくない？
I see, but we both know how to cook curry just fine, so what do we need a lesson for?
私も含めろっつーの。まあ授業なんだから仕方ないだろ。
Don't leave me out. Well, I guess you can't, since we're all in the same class.
では食材の分担を決めましょう。
Let's figure out what we're all bringing then. She says cheerfully while taking out a notepad and compiling a list of necessary ingredients. Carrots, onions, potatoes, garlic, curry roe, and of course, better than bouillon.
鶏肉と。
Chicken! Jockey!
ちょっと待って。
Huh? Hang on.
どうしたんですか？
What's wrong?
カレーって言ったら普通牛肉じゃない？
That's not how you say that, Shiori. I think it's more like chicken jockey. Isn't curry usually made with beef?
そんなことはないと思いますけれど。
I don't agree with that. Wow. Shiori's tone is so unexpectedly pointed that it causes Riku to cry out in surprise. Shiori immediately delves into an explanation of why chicken is the correct choice of meat for curry in the same no-nonsense voice.
鶏肉はジューシーで美味しいですし、手羽元も一緒に入れれば旨味も出ます。何より値段も低めでお肉たっぷりにできますし、お肉が多くても嫌な感じがしません。
Oops, curry? Chicken is both juicy and delicious, and you can throw in the wings for extra flavoring. Best of all, it's cheaper than beef, meaning you can splurge on a lot of meat without feeling guilty about it.
それに昔からうちではカレーといえばチキンだったんです。
Also, ever since I can remember, my family made curry with chicken.
へえ、でも私は牛肉のカレーが好きだな。
I see, but I prefer beef curry.
リクはどっちがいいんですか？
Which do you like the most, Riku?
私はどっちでもいい。いや、チキンカレー美味しいよな。
Both sound good to me. Wait, no. Chicken curry sounds delicious.
リクはそっちにつくんだね。じゃあ対決しよっか。
So, you're on her side, huh? Let's settle this, once and for all.
は
What? I knew Riku would be on Shiori's side. To be honest, I agree with Riku in that both sound good to me, but seeing Shiori get so worked up over curry is pretty amusing, and I find myself wanting to tease her a little more. Teasing girls? That might be okay, Kadu.
語源の体育。今日はプールじゃなくてテニスだったよね。それで対決。しおりとリク、どっちが戦う？
Fifth period, gym class. We're playing tennis instead of swimming, right? So we'll decide which meet to use then. Who's gonna volunteer to take me on? She's gonna become a tennis girl. She will become a tennis girl. I don't care that you're part of the swim team, Riku. You will become a tennis girl.
リク、お願い、頑張って。
It's your time to shine, Riku. Good luck.
あ、確かよ。いや、しおりのためならやってやるよ。
Me? Well, if it's for Shiori's honor, then I'll do it.
その息だね。燃えてきた。
That's the spirit. I can feel your enthusiasm from here. This is my chance to get revenge for losing the swim race the other day. After finishing up lunch, we head to the locker room to change into our gym clothes. School. Grounds. At our school, the schedule is set up so that when the girls are in the pool, the guys are in the gym, or in the field, and vice versa. Today, we're playing tennis. We've had several tennis sessions throughout the semester. Riku crushed me in the pool, but I feel a little more confident this time around, since I'm actually pretty nimble on my feet. Kadu be nimble, Kadu be quick. Fifth period starts, and after stretching and a short warm-up, we're given time to play around freely. All three of us are eagerly swinging our rackets. For a moment, I watched Yuri and Riku hit the ball back and forth, lost in thought all alone.
あれ、しおりも結構上手くない？
Huh, you're pretty good, Shiori. Her movements are slightly awkward, and yet the way she holds the racket, it makes it seem like it's almost an extension of her body.
え、知らねえのか？しおりは中学の頃テニス部入ってたぞ。軟式の方だけど。
Huh? You didn't know? Shiori was in the tennis club in middle school. Well, like soft tennis.
え、そうなの？
Wait, really?
はい、勉強しなくちゃいけなかったので1年生の時だけでしたけど。
Yeah, I had to focus on my studies though, so I only played in my first year.
言っとくけど、私も中学の頃はテニス部だったぞ。私も1年で辞めて水泳部に入ったけどさ。
By the way, I was in the tennis club in middle school too. I also quit after my first year, but to join the swim team, so she had a chance to be a tennis girl and she chose to be a swimming girl.
え、聞いてないんだけど。
Huh? I didn't know that. I'm getting an uncomfortable sense of deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Shiori isn't half bad, but it's clear after watching them that Riku is much better.
さて、そろそろいいだろ。やろうぜ、カオル。
That's enough warming up. Let's go, Kadu. Riku says, shouldering her racket. Every single word out of her mouth radiates confidence. Riku, the high-endurance athlete and former member of the tennis club, versus me, a longtime member of the stay-at-home club. And yet, there's still a chance I might be able to win.
始めよう。
Okay, Let's start. We decided to make the rules as easy as possible. Whoever gets to 5 points first wins, and we alternate who serves each rally. This is the best we can do with the limited amount of time we have. I'm serving first. Yeah. 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 Oh, she's slightly moving. Is she slightly moving, or is it just the lens? No, she is slightly moving. It'd be really funny if this... Oops, I was trying to advance the text. It'd be really funny if this turned into like a mini game.
意外とうまいな。おい。
Hey, you're better than I thought. Riku misses, perhaps caught off guard by the speed of my serve. I guess I handle a tennis racket far better than she was expecting. I never took lessons or joined a club, but...
子供の頃から中2くらいまで家族とよく遊びでやってたからさ。
A new CG. I used to play with my family for fun up until my second year in middle school.
ずるいぞ。
What? That's like totally unfair.
真っ向勝負じゃん。全部で5点しかないんだから。今のは大きいよ。
I'd say it makes us even. And since the winner only needs 5 points, an early lead counts for a lot.
今度は私の番だからな。
The next point is mine. Is that a different expression? It is a different expression. I'm trying to gather all the CGs. I return her serve. It's not a hard volley to return, and I handle it calmly. Our rally continues, the ball bouncing back and forth while I wait for the while I wait for the right moment.
そこだ。
Take that. Smash. Well, that's not exactly what it sounded like, but I managed to slam the ball into the opposite side of the court from where Riku's standing.
連続ポイントゲット。
That's 2 in a row.
普通にうまいじゃないかよ。
That's nothing special.
テニス部に比べたら全然。
I think it is, considering I'm playing against a member of the tennis club. The match continues. It's my turn to serve. Grg. She managed to return my volley and nets a point. Saya would be so disappointed in you, Riku. It's Riku's serve, but I get the point, ending her winning streak before it can begin. We're now 3-1. Turns out there can only be enough room for one. I can't believe this. Turns out there's only enough room for one blonde high school tennis girl.
テニスのお姫様だからね。
I guess that makes me the princess of tennis, huh? Do I have this expression of hers? No, I do not.
意味わかんねえよ。
I have like no idea what that means.
運も味方につけてるってことだよ。
It means Lady Luck's on my side. Oh. As if to prove me wrong, the ball lands out of bounds. I hit it again, but I missed that one too, giving up a point to Riku.
よし、流れ変わったんじゃねえか。
The tides are turning in my favor. Shiori suddenly interrupts Riku's boasting.
リク、立花さんなんてやっつけちゃえ。
Riku, grind Tachibana-san into the dirt.
しおり、カオルともうそんなに仲良く。
Shiori, that's like your friend you're talking about. I figured Shiori's cheer of support would make Riku happy, but instead, a shadow falls over her face. She drops her gaze for a moment before immediately looking back at me.
くっそー、負けっかよ
Crap, 1 point to go. Do I have this? No, I don't think I have this one.
いや、 なんかそれ支援乗ってない？
Hey, no sweat. Don't take it personally.
うるせ
Shut up. The ball she hit somehow seems stronger and heavier than before.
面白いじゃん。
Interesting. I hit it dead on. The sound of our rally echoed through the gym like an epic battle, at least in our own minds. I like how they keep saying the gym. They're clearly outside. School. Classroom. And then, we returned to class. And with that, I think I'm gonna stop the video here. I think we're gonna save here in slot 4. And, we're going back to the main menu. Back to the title screen. I think that's the perfect place. If you want to find out who wins, who won, whether or not they'll have chicken curry or whether or not they'll have beef curry, you'll have to wait until the next episode. So overall, I know this is like way shorter than the last episode that we put out. If I'm gonna go look, I'm gonna YouTube actually. Yeah, so we were sitting about, this is about as long as the first one. It's probably gonna be, well, it's already a bit longer than the first one. So this one will probably, after I'm done talking, probably be about an hour and a half, hour 35 minutes. I reckon I'll talk for a little bit more, maybe another 5 minutes maybe. And I think this is a good stopping point, just because it's a decent length, it's not super long, it's not like over 2 hours like episode 3, but I feel like this is a pretty good stopping point for now. Very climatic point, and it's not like it was something super important, but it is like a fun little spot. But anyway, I have to say, this episode, maybe it's just because I'm comparing it to the last episode, which was very long, this did not seem like it was that long. We were about... Actually, the gameplay probably is a lot shorter. It's probably going to be closer to maybe like an hour and 10, maybe an hour 15. I don't know how much exactly I'm going to cut out at the beginning. But... I don't know. It was a very, like, light episode, I feel like. You know? Man, I don't know if they're like positioned differently, like I don't know if their sprites are raised up. She looks so tall here, and Riku looks kind of weird. I don't know what it is about her. Her neck and her face look kind of off. I don't know. But, yeah, I feel like not that much happened in this episode, but at the same time so much happened. Like it was a very easygoing section, you know, they're just kind of relaxing and talking. We had some funny stuff with Diana Deer and the donuts, and the characters are all starting to kind of get in the same level and really know things. You know, there's a lot of unknown stuff going on. Riku didn't know a lot about what was going on for most of this until like last episode, and Kaoru knows basically nothing about Shiori or Riku, since she just never talked to them before. So it's interesting to see some of them start to learn more about each other and reveal more information. While I always knew that we were gonna get some sort of thing about Shiori and Kaoru being gay, just because like it's a Yuri visual novel. I mean, what were you gonna expect? The jokes about Riku, I feel like were less, for me at least, was more of like a thing that I did for comedy and not because I was thinking that she could, well, I don't know. I feel like to a certain extent they were comedic just because, but I also felt like the way she was acting early on and everything like that, and like there was something about how they talked about them knowing each other in middle school that just made me think like Riku probably loves Shiori, you know? And I guess what this episode really solidified is we have our two girl kissers, Kaoru and Riku, And then we have Shiori as the final piece of our love triangle, who doesn't really seem to like outwardly like girls, but the game definitely has had some interesting dialogue about her, like when we're at the start with those two guys. I don't know, I just feel like the game is like, we need to talk about this because the characters need to know, and I felt like that was really like a driving force behind this whole section, and I expect, at least for this little bit more into the curry section, and probably for the rest of the game, it will continue to be a driving part of the plot. But what I'm really interested in seeing is, where does Mirei fit into all of this? Like, aside from being a plot device of like breaking up with Kadu and everything like that, and being this sort of intangible concept or idea, I'm really curious about what she's gonna do like in the story, because I feel like she's gonna have more roles. Like, I feel like she's gonna continue to show up and like do things and be important, but I'm not really sure what she's gonna do yet. Obviously Riku will stick around because our two main characters are high schoolers and Riku's their classmate, and she's friends with Shiori, so these three will continue to interact with each other, but I'm really interested to see how Mirei will fit into any of this. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the settings because it pulls up all the important characters. I wonder when we're gonna meet Shiori's dad, and I wonder too if Kaoryu's whole running away from home thing has to do with her being gay, like she got into an argument about it or something. Because they mentioned something about middle school. Maybe there probably isn't going to be like another character involved if that is the case in that story, just because they're not listed here. I mean, it's possible they could just be like a nameless other person, but I feel like that has to do with her argument with her parents, potentially. It definitely seemed like the game was trying to imply that, but I don't know, it'll be interesting. I said that like there probably isn't a third person involved if it was an argument with Kadu and her parents about her being gay, but it totally could, because like Riku has parents and like they were not voiced, they were not given names, we never saw them, so it's entirely possible. But I don't know, it's interesting seeing the teacher here too, because this I feel like means that she's going to be more important and also show up in the story more, even though I don't think I've seen her in any of the CGs. I just feel like, why would she have like a sprite and a voice and everything like that if she wasn't going to be a recurring character that was important? I don't know. And it could just be because it'd be weird to have like a faceless teacher, but I don't know, I feel like she's also gonna do more stuff later. It's really interesting though, knowing like the promotional images, like seeing the promotional images on the store page and stuff like that. And apparently there's a manga start serialization last year, and there's a voice drama and stuff like that. But just seeing some of the pictures I've seen posted on the Steam page and stuff like that, it really makes me wonder about how certain characters are going to show up in the story. Anyway, let's go to the gallery, because I want to see how exactly this works. So this is a reuse CG. If I click through these, does it go through them all? Can I exit? Okay, I can exit. That's funny. Okay, so this is just for like the animation. Wow. Okay, interesting. And then I like how this works. Okay, so I could grab them all here to make sure I have everything. Interesting. How many of these are there? Oh, there's a lot. Oh, and backgrounds. Hey yo. So you're saying the entire time I've been taking these. I wonder what this is and why this isn't filled in, but all the other ones are. This is all linear, so it's not like I missed anything. So you're telling me all the times I've taken pictures, I could have just gone here. I actually really like this. I actually really like that not only is there a CG like gallery, but that they have a background gallery. I really like that there's a background gallery for this. I think that's an underrated part of visual novels, are the backgrounds. But anyway, like I said earlier, if you want to know whether or not Kadu won the tennis match, or whether or not Riku has proven herself to be the tennis girl that I always knew she could be, and they will in fact have chicken curry, you will have to wait till next week for the next episode. Or if you are watching this in the future where the episodes have already been released, just go to the next episode then. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to like it, and if you want to keep seeing my videos, or you want to get notified for when the deciding match or the deciding outcome of the tennis match will be released, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you always get notified. That way you'll never miss the outcome of this fateful curry tennis match. And with that, I am probably just going to mute my mic and fade myself out and then wait for like an additional 30 seconds so I can put in the YouTube end card. Goodbye.